Welcome to Get Cooking. All right, let's do another take. Welcome to another fabulous episode of
Cooking.
Get Cooking.
Cooking, yes, something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Could be what's cooking too. This here is not what we're cooking today. This here is, you hear a crack, we're very happy because there are mosquitoes in here today, I'm promising you. So we're going to leave this handy to swat around.
And there's a few cats around.
Yes, so we're going to get disturbed. That's okay, we like that.
But she has a new idea.
I have a new idea we're going to test out, and that is cook with me, or cook with us.
Yeah.
Cook with us. We're going to try, we're in the experimental stage, and we have had already some comments saying it's a little long, we should edit it down.
It was a mother.
And a few others I even got. And
one guy will say to me, I must speak more.
Enunciated, but that he can't help. That's how he talks. So if you understand him, you're really got good ears, and if you don't, well, you know what?
Yes, I invite that person to come and tell me that.
Yeah, he's got my husband's from South Africa. He's got a British accent, and I don't know if he speaks Afrikaans clearly or not.
I praat Afrikaans baie duidelik.
See? Did you understand that? He could speak Afrikaans instead. Anyway, what we're going to do today is cook with you or cook with us. So we're making one of our staples, and that is a veggie ground meat, fake, of course, made with all these lovely ingredients you see in front of you. So what we thought is we will tell you the ingredients, and we'll even put a list up here. You go and grab them and come and cook with us. So like that, you have no doubts that it's going to turn out. And you know what? If you don't have all the ingredients, don't worry about it. If you're missing a spice or you think of adding in a different spice, that's what it's about. It's not about being perfect with this stuff. With these recipes, there's a lot of leeway, and it's just to get the basics in, and you'll start to have fun with it. Okay, so
I'm going to keep on checking the microphones because we're still experimenting and they do run down very quickly.
Yes. No, I was pausing to put up the list of ingredients.
Okay, there's something on your tooth.
Is there really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you people can see that far. Anyway, we're going to put off the
list of ingredients, and I'll go brush my teeth. We're going to start with some of the ingredients, obviously. It will be stated 1 medium cauliflower, but guess what? We've got 2 because this one's small and this one's smaller. So we've got 2. It also says 2 medium carrots. Well, this is what we've got today. The tip of it was for his salad for lunch. The carrots here are giant. This should suffice. I think it should. Then we've got 1 onion. Yeah, that one seems like a pretty normal size for everybody, I hope. 3 cloves of garlic. I added on this little piece, which won't be on the menu, but I'm putting in this little piece of pepper because it was in the fridge and it needs to be added. So pepper is a lovely addition. Oh, and I even put the yellow pepper out because I thought that would taste good too. Not on the original recipe, but there is no original recipes anymore with us. All right, so let's get preparing, and we've got our mushrooms here. This one was on sale yesterday. That's why we've got to eat it up quick. And we're going to take about a half of these because Coos wants a pizza and we're going to put some mushrooms on his pizza. So we're keeping some for the pizza. That's how we roll. And over here is some walnuts, which we'll get to later. All right. Oh, we've got a helper in the house. Here he comes. So this is, well, okay, you see the tail of Little Bear going by.
I have to say to you people that we got a Samsung phone and you just make this funny motion of your hand and it starts recording. That's fantastic. But we are getting better equipment for Rebecca, which actually has a remote type of thing, but that's a few videos from now. And yeah, we have two cats here in the kitchen, and the cats has the freedom of navigation here in the guest house. They go everywhere. I see them as gods, you know. I see them as things which will help protect us against rodents, snakes, cockroaches, man, whatever you can think in the tropics would be here. It's part of life in the tropics, in a place like Phuket. So for us, the cats walking around in the kitchens and things like that is really not a problem. I know there might be some people who say it's a big thing, they shouldn't be in the house, blah blah blah, you know what, they are cats. And they do valuable service here to us. And they are almost like children for us.
They're great cockroach killers.
They're great cockroach killers. We have not a lot of cockroaches. We try to murder them wherever we can. Because we got the cats. So if you see the cats around, then we don't allow them to come and sniff on your food or anything like that, of course.
No.
And I see,
in fact, they don't even jump up on the counter. They're just being...
Yeah, they're just being playful right now. One is very big, 5 kilos. 12 pounds, the other one is still growing. And we got both of them, you would have seen in the other videos for the building, a lot of the cats. And so Rebecca is now making a video on what we're actually seeing there behind the camera. And I'll probably have to put it in here for editing.
Okay,
so
it is pretty funny.
Yes,
I think I'm going to just take a minute and watch the cats and get back to you in a sec, that's all. We were going to do this, you know, this is what it is.
Yeah, you know what, you're supposed to have fun here with us, and if you don't have fun with us, then don't do it. It's about fun. It's having fun in the kitchen. You know, it's actually a great thing. I was talking to Rebecca in South Africa, where I come from. The kitchen is sort of seen as a family place where you all get together and you talk and you all assist. There is no such thing as a lazy housewife, I would hope not. And definitely not lazy children, I would hope not in my time. Every child would have his assigned duties. I was a great cleaner. I could clean floors. The eldest would normally be doing the dishes, that's why I'm doing it now, and things like that. And I think it's the same in the US, isn't it? There's, I think in many countries.
Oh yeah, in America the kitchen is huge. In Europe, not so much because the kitchens are so small that, you know, the newer buildings, yes, but I'm just going to wash these, up.
We know about
that kind of represents what's happening here, you know?
No.
I don't know, but I don't have real even ones. That's all I do know. And as you age, they seem to travel in a certain direction, and it's not up.
Yeah, it's like a sunken chest, you know. I suffer from it myself.
Anyway, so what we're going to do here is take out handy machine. If you don't, you just chop it by hand. But these, I love machines. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you start enjoying cooking and you have fun with machines, get the machines. Because you'll just add them in.
But to a vegan, I think you have to get a very good quality of these machines.
You do.
Don't go cheap.
Yeah,
rather spend a bit more money. If you're in a place like Switzerland, go to the second-hand shops. US as well.
Oh, US.
And you can get fantastic
second-hand shops for
stuff. It's almost worth your while to fly to the US just to get these things off fly back.
Well, things are, you have to, of course, match it to whichever plug. Like US stuff doesn't work for us, unfortunately, because when somebody comes, we could have them bring, like, they have some machines there that they don't have here. But anyway, so what we're going to do is chop these up and make what's called a cauliflower rice kind of thing. So let's pop these in. Maybe Coos, you can pop these in. Pop those in. While he's popping those in.
Yeah, I'm popping, man. You know what we actually need here?
What?
We need the electric plug here right in front of you.
That's true.
Then we can show you the machines. We can run a lead.
Yeah.
See, we're learning.
But they work. It works back there too, I think. Carrot, I'm not going to peel it, but I am going to wash it. We have filtered water here.
Okay, right, I popped.
All right. So everybody get your cauliflower in your machine and zap it, pulse it, or I'm going to put it on low. Great cauliflower rice.
Big noise, big noise. But I'll give you a tip again if you haven't seen a previous video. Before you unplug something in this place, this kitchen of Rebecca, experimental kitchen, make sure there's not something plugged in already which he's using.
So I'm going to pour this out into here. As you'll see, there's still some big chunks. So I'm going to put the big chunks back in, but I don't want it to get any smaller than this. So let's throw those back in, maybe break them up a little bit smaller. There we go.
It's interesting because I think the US call mince meat, what do you call it? Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef. Mince meat for us from the colonies. There was an operation called Ops Mince Meat, very famous. I think on the Spanish coast, where they took a dead person and they attached a attaché case to his arm. And they made him seem like he was like a courier. And they betrayed the invasion plans of the Allies to the Germans, because, you know, Spain at that stage was a fascist state. And so the intelligence officers had free access to this body with its papers, everything, but the papers were false. They were fake.
There you go. That's Coos's brain for you. Mine is more focused on my nice chunks of cauliflower.
I always thought that the name Operation Mince Meat is a bit, gives away a bit, doesn't it? It was greatly argued after the war whether this actually worked or not. Some people say it really made a difference. But my personal feeling, no. No, Germans weren't that stupid. Not really. Anyway.
Wow. There you go.
What's this?
That's the cauliflower.
Yes.
All right. Let's do the same with the carrots. I'm going to cut them before because it's such, the carrot.
I just also want to say that in the beginning of this video you see Rebecca attacking a coconut with this very same knife.
No, with a bigger knife.
It's a bigger knife.
I can show it to you if you want.
Yeah, she can show it.
To you?
There were some people who asked me if she's always like that. But I'm too scared to answer that. So.
I have altered personalities in the kitchen.
Yes.
All right.
This has got to be right.
Checking a little bit.
Fascinating to me that you didn't clean that thing before you put the carrots in.
No, you don't need to clean it. It's all being cooked together. And as you see, that we're doing it separate because obviously carrots are going to be harder than cauliflower. But the idea is to get it in chunks. Okay, this looks really nice to me. See that? Nice and chunky. You know, because we're baking the ground beef, so we don't want it. All right, you can put that in, hon. Please.
In what?
Into there.
You see, good explanation. I'm just thinking now, I actually write about that Ops Mince Meat in one of the books. Don't ask me which one. I don't.
Uh-oh, now
Where's
you're
the
gonna have to
scraper?
find it. You
I'll
don't need,
find
you
it
don't
then.
need the scraper yet. We're gonna do some more. We're not done. You
See,
gotta,
in here now, everything is mixed. This is quite simple, Vasco. I actually made this when she was in Switzerland. And
for many months.
for many, many months, I was like a grass widower. And I had to defend my honor here, walking down the streets, and
Yeah, the
you have these
massage ladies
would
are,
grab you like this.
they grab the men.
Massage!
They don't grab the ladies.
Yeah, funny thing about that, they don't grab the ladies, they don't grab the men.
They
I'm wondering
actually
if that
sometimes
is-
don't even speak to the ladies.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
think the men are known as good tippers, you know.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
It's,
All right, we need to chop up these, hon, and the onion too. So why don't you put this while I do the onion? Now I understand maybe most people don't have two, but you're probably faster than us because we're chatting around.
yeah, well, again.
No, you don't have, you put it in. What are you doing?
Oh, you don't want to use a knife for it.
No, we're using the old chopper. Where's the...
Again, the explanations here are not quite the way I
there's
understand
no
it.
logic with it.
Okay, let's-
Not that. This you can put in there and pulse it.
So you see, you should tell the people, skin the onion first.
Yeah.
You know what, I can even become like certain authoritative states.
Are you going to chop that up? I asked you. What kind of helper is this? He just wants to talk and have me do all the work.
You did say put both in and chop it up. I'm not normally allowed to use a machine.
No, that's for real.
See, I even learned about pulsing.
See, I'm proud of him. He's doing a good job there. We're not done, huh? But you look, we're gonna make a lot, and that's what I suggest too, because you can put it in the freezer. Wonderful, well done.
Yeah, they really smell nice.
Yes.
You.
And that I do like.
Now listen.
No, now this you empty, otherwise it gets too ground up. Yeah, just keep putting things in and chopping them up. We'll do the garlic and the...
Okay, where's the scraper?
Keep asking
Oh, I
for
can
the
use my
scraper.
hand.
Yeah,
Be surprised what I've done with this right hand.
there you go.
I actually like cooking with Rebecca. She's fun in the kitchen. She's fun everywhere, but in the kitchen she becomes...
Yeah,
She likes doing
I
this.
like cooking since becoming vegan. It's just true. That's the fact, Jack. We watched that movie the other day. That was
Yes.
bad. That Stripes movie. I
Go
think that's what
inside.
it's from. Yes. Onions, we'll put in, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna mash the garlic in because...
Okay, I'm gonna pulse these onions
Yeah,
twice.
let me quickly check here because I should have, and I do have a garlic press. I'm just gonna press the garlic in. Go ahead, honey. These are very small garlics, but we're not so crazy about garlic. I know a lot of people are. We do like onion.
Okay, and then it goes in here.
Yes. The final thing will be the mushrooms. Well, no, actually the nuts will be the very final thing. The mushrooms, to wash or not to wash. Most people have heard that you don't wash mushrooms, but you can wash mushrooms, and I am.
Where I come from, you always wash mushrooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't know who packed.
Oh, yeah, no. Most people
Maybe-
don't think you should wash mushrooms. You should take a knife and
I
scrape
mean,
them off.
especially if there's some oil involved, he might have been scratching himself, you know.
All right, we need the mushrooms chopped, and if they're a little bit chunkier, that's okay. Sometimes I cut them a little bit before putting them in. In fact, let's do that because otherwise you get like big pieces of them. So I need do you have the blade for this, huh? Yes, you do. blade that. Thank you. Laid in, washed mushrooms. I'm just going to cut them up in there. I mean, like in quarters. I don't know. I think we're going to have to edit some of this anyway. And just...
we'll see. Look, the idea is you're making the food with us. I mean, if we start editing and you're still busy with cutting your mushrooms, the next moment we're already at the next step. So no, I don't see the logic in...
But they can pause it. They can pause.
Yeah, that's also true. You can pause. I like long videos actually. On my other show, we often talk hour and a half, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. That was a bit long. It was very long. But you know what my attitude is, you can actually pause, and if you want to pause and come back. It's not hard to do.
No, or you can even, of course, the beauty is you can even fast forward it with your mouse. So you know what, there's freedom with this stuff, and you can learn so much so easily and for free. I don't think we need to complain.
We're not into money with this. We're not expecting the great sponsorships or anything like that. In fact, if we had more than 100 views, I would be
I know, I'll
quite
be
surprised, shocked. But we don't care, ask. This is to help people. The problem is, it's like cookbooks, you know, there's a lot of things out there. But when you just start on a journey, it's not easy to actually follow. You need simple. As simple as possible.
Basic. I mean, this just takes a minute because of all this chopping, you know. But I want those big mushrooms back in here. You know, that's what I'm saying. With the mushrooms, it always acts a little funny.
It's a specific machine now.
I don't know. No, I think all machines as blade. This machine you can do so much with too. This, the handheld, and all my machines I use. Wait, put the blade in, otherwise it gets underneath the blade.
And this thing we can tell you is being used. Like nothing using before.
Okay.
Luckily it's us eating this, so no.
Go ahead. I'm gonna chop the last bit up, and then we're gonna start cooking. Now, you can simply put a bit of water. We're using the crock pot because we've got it, the Instapot, and there is a setting on the Instapot called saute. As you see, it's such a huge quantity that I wouldn't have, I'd have to cook it up in separate pans. So I'm going to turn on the saute function and put a bit of water. I am going to grab some coconut aminos. I used those yesterday. I like it. I like the flavor of it, but we don't need oil. Okay, go ahead, Cruz. All right, there's not much left in this bottle, so I'm going to throw it in there.
If you think what ground beef, or what do you call it, mince meat, what it actually costs. If it's from beef, especially prime beef, or imported beef from Japan or Australia or wherever, this is cheap. This is a cheap alternative. And it tastes very nice because you can make it taste whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, everything is in. As you can see, it's filled up. This entire pot, it's quite heavy. I don't know what it weighs, but it's
no, it's a
2
good
pounds,
quantity.
3 pounds. I don't know. It's a lot. But yeah.
All right, I put in here that coconut aminos and some water, and now I'm going to turn on the saute function. Believe it or not, I'm not really sure how to use this. This is 15 minutes. I think what happens here is after 15 minutes it shuts off, but I don't. That just means it's on. I don't really care about that. No, down. She's just being silly. It's very rare that the cats are in here. I think it's because Cruz is in here too.
It's quite big, huge, humongous.
Maybe we'll cook him up when we get hungry.
Yeah, well, that's what animal lovers do. They cut the throat off a little.
Okay. Put that in here, please, sir. All right. Now, when that's cooking up, and of course you have to stir it from time to time, it's a good time to prepare your spices. So let's get out a tablespoon, a teaspoon.
You mix these things.
Yeah, you can mix it all up. Yeah. It will start to, it should start
Well,
to.
it's fairly mixed already, to be honest.
Yeah. It should start to sizzle.
But what happens if people don't have a steam pot like this?
Then they've got to have a big pan and you just cook it on the burner. You know, you're just sauteing.
What does saute means in English?
Saute means saute. Everybody understands saute.
I'm really glad she's speaking English and not French here.
That's true. Okay, so the only thing there with this pot, it gets hot very fast. A little bit like our burner cooks very fast. So I'm going to get a little bit of water in this container because we might have to add some.
That water is not just water, it is triple filtered. It's advisable in Thailand. Get yourself a decent filter. What is it with this cat? Is there a mouse or something here?
He is looking for lizards. That's the other thing they really like.
Yeah,
and we
really
do
love
have
lizards.
He loves finding lizards. I don't know if he's ever caught one in the kitchen, but I know they've caught lizards before, which
No,
I
he's
like
disgusted
lizards.
with us and he wants to go out.
Good, that's probably a better thing. All right, let's get on to the spices. I will tell my partner, I'll read off what you need to put into the spices, okay, Coos?
Where do you put it in?
Into this bowl.
Okay.
We're just going to mix them
See,
up
not
here.
that big thing behind me, this thing.
2 tablespoons Italian seasoning.
I'm waiting for my new glasses. Oregano.
Now here's Italian.
What's the difference?
Or oregano is oregano, and Italian is a mixture of all things.
How
Like
much?
I don't have any sage. 2 tablespoons.
Well, it's not Italian. Okay, next.
1 tablespoon paprika. And I'm trying to find our paprika. I didn't put it out,
Chili.
did I? Did I put paprika out? I
No,
didn't.
only chili.
All I have is smoked paprika, I think.
Oh,
Okay,
that's fine. We like smoked mince meat.
there we go. Smoked paprika it is. Now you have to, yeah, it's,
So,
or you just
6 of this.
pour it into this.
Ah,
That works good. You know, it doesn't have to be exact.
2 of it.
Yeah, no, 1, sorry. 1.
What we have here is a failure of communication.
Well,
Who said that in what movie was it? What?
no idea, but
Luckily we're not actors.
normally we're supposed to put some, we're supposed to put sage in, but I do not have any sage at the minute. I gotta make a little list of things. I do not have any sage.
Where do you
No,
put this normally?
right back up there, yes, thank you. No sage, so we're not doing that. 2 teaspoons. You have a teaspoon here?
You want to annoy Rebecca, put the things back where you think they should go.
Yeah. Teaspoon, 2 teaspoons.
This is a teaspoon, which is 5 milliliter, by the way.
Is a
Okay.
teaspoon?
Yeah, yes, then.
There we go.
Of garlic.
Yes,
2 of it.
yes.
I often wonder what they mean when they say that. Do they mean fold up or do they mean like right
No,
at the bottom?
flat.
Then they should say so. I never ate garlic before I met this woman. It was banned in our house. My father said it wasn't for decent people. He chased lawyers out of his court for smelling like garlic.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't smell like it, but it's super, for some people especially, they really like it, and it can be super healthy. All right, 1 teaspoon thyme. There is a whole group of people who don't eat onions or garlic. They just use it for healing effects. You can open the whole thing. 1 teaspoon thyme, which is super good for you. So put your thyme in. If you don't have it, go buy some. You don't need to put it in this time, but put it in. Thyme is one of those seasonings that are really healing. Oregano. 1 teaspoon. I like having somebody do this. This is good. Is that a teaspoon or that? That one, put another one in. I like oregano. He was kind of cheap on it. I saw it out the corner of my eye. Good.
Got a video to prove
2
it.
teaspoons cumin powder. I hear this cooking up back here. It's beginning to smell really nice.
Next.
And you can add some salt in there now, I guess. Salt and pepper. I would start with 3 teaspoons salt. Coos will want more, but you know, and that pepper, unfortunately, I don't have any black pepper in the jar, so it's like, jig, you can never put enough pepper.
There are 2 things which I've learned in the police. One is if you say, cats are crying outside.
Oh, sorry, did I hurt you?
The one thing you do is if you want to add more salt, you just say to the people, look there, take that. And then if they turn away and they look like that, you add the salt. But it's also a perfect opportunity there for a right hook or left hook, depending which arm you use to point. Take that, come from the side.
I don't know what he was saying because he wasn't articulating. I couldn't hear him from over there.
That's a good thing.
But I'm sure it was some super interesting story, right?
Very interesting.
All right, you know where that's going, right?
No, wait, what about the coriander, the chili?
Oh, yeah, these are some extras that I added in there, right?
Yeah, what about
Pepper,
that?
did you get pepper?
No, I was telling a nice story
Who
about.
likes coriander? So we're going to put in a bit of coriander. Let's just do a 1/2 teaspoon of coriander.
I really like coriander, but not if it's in leaves.
Yeah, can you believe that? I
It doesn't
love
taste the same.
green coriander.
It's
It's
the
one of
weirdest
my.
thing.
Some people don't like it. It is said if you don't like coriander, just keep eating it because it's really super healthy. I'm just putting a 1/2 teaspoon. This is Kashmiri chili powder. Whatever chili powder you like, put it in.
It's really pretty. Let's
Yes.
look at the mixture here and it smells nice.
That's
So
a
what
lot
do
of
we do now?
spice. All right, mix it into our chicken, to our meat, please. Meanwhile,
It's really not a hard job.
what's that?
It's not a hard job.
No, it's not hard. It just takes some time.
Okay, we're mixing this in and it's... Actually, I should show you a picture of what I'm seeing here.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's pause because I want to look what I want to do next.
Yeah. But Tiger, I am doing the selfie stick thing. Man, this is boring. I don't know why people do it. Okay, here we go. You see? That's what it looks like inside. It's cooking. You can hear it making a bit of noise. It really smells nice. Yeah? And guess what? There's no animal which I had to grow about,
That
I
animal,
don't know, a year or whatever. And they get themselves murdered.
I think that kitty's hungry. Could that be?
Well, that's a good thing if a kitty is hungry because that means our fake meat is almost neat.
Yeah.
It just shows you. Perhaps I should bring this.
Okay, we're cutting it here.
I'll go and look after the cats.
Yeah, and go give them some.
Some food here, Shane. Cats are eating outside.
That's good. So we'll have a little bit of peace. Meanwhile, this has been cooking up and releasing some water, which is normal and good and makes it extra juicy like. I don't have to add any water And in fact, it is not a sloppy joe, so you want the water to cook off. Just keep cooking it. I've got some tomato paste from the other day. It seems to be about the right quantity, so would you mind tossing that in the pot, please? Maybe this would be a good tool. I don't know.
And you can then explain to South Africans what is a sloppy joe. When she first said that to me, I was wondering about what on earth is she talking about. It's not known in our country.
Okay, sloppy joe is just, very well known in ours. And I guess not so much in Europe. It's ground beef and it's real runny, and you just, instead of serving it, it's not a hamburger, it's sloppy. And so you put the bun and you slop it on. Of course, some people eat it like a hamburger. I like to eat it open-faced and cut. And that was something I would make a lot of. I really like sloppy joes, almost more than hamburgers, believe it or not, because you put a bit of spice in it. Nicey spicy. And I used to make it with ketchup and like mustard and Worcester sauce. Yeah, that was in the old days, a long time ago. So Kuz is stirring that up, and the last thing we need to do, which is kind of that surprise thing, is a cup and a half of walnuts. Now it's going to be really hard for me not to taste one of these walnuts because still on my diet here. So that's really, oh, look at that walnut. No, I didn't do it. These we're going to chop up.
I just want to say, I want to place on record, there is no better food than a hamburger.
There is what?
No better food than a hamburger.
Yeah, this is Mr. Hamburger.
Oh yeah. I have eaten cheeseburgers in so many countries. I can write a book about that.
Yeah, that would be very boring.
Yeah, most books are actually boring these days. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, so, hamburger places,
I mix these things for you.
Hamburgers are definitely one of those foods, like pizza, that has gone around the world, and just pulse it, you get. Those you want quite chunky, because that's what gives it this weird twist. And in a lot of vegan meat recipes, you'll see beautifully chopped walnuts. That's not going to be added right away, just at the end. We don't want to cook them too much, but it is. You won't taste walnuts. It'll absorb all the spice and be nice. Now, Kuz, what I would suggest, because I'm not tasting it, is to get out a spoon from here and let's give it a little taste to let us know if we need to add a little more spice, or if I have to open another tomato sauce, tomato paste. If I need some more tomato paste, I will, but it's looking pretty nice.
Don't say I don't share with you people. Of course, you can make it a bit darker, I suppose, adding things, chutney. Whatever. Yeah,
I don't have any more of that coconut aminos. You could put soy sauce in, but you have to be careful with soy sauce. And they do have vegan Worcester sauce. Haven't tried it yet. How's the flavor?
Yeah, it's really great. Flavor is great.
Does it need anything? Yeah, I can't taste it. For you, salt, but he adds the salt on after too. And it's done. I mean, it's
very good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it needs anything.
All right, then we'll just
have to
throw in the nuts. That's the last ingredient, is the nuts, and mix it in, and we're done.
Well, not done, because you see now the hours will come where I sit and edit this. And then normally at night we look at the big screen TV and we watch what we did and we laugh at ourselves, and tomorrow we do it again.
Yeah, maybe. This is you can make it more taco meaty like by adding in, I bought some of those chilies, those chipotle, ground chili. So, for example, I'm not going to spice up the whole thing, but if we make some nachos, I would take some out and then spice it with maybe some jalapeno or some jalapeno sauce or some chipotle. You can spice it whichever way you want to go. So it's nice to have a good base, and then you can use it for all different things.
Yeah, that is a wonderful thing. This is just a base. So for you is to decide now, do you want to go full
Spaghetti.
Italian? Do you spaghetti with tomato sauce? What do you want to do? You've got, it's
Mashed
fantastic.
potatoes, on a
Yeah.
potato, not even mashed, baked
Yes.
potato.
I tried
You
it
can
on
make
French
a
fries.
empanada and use it as a stuffing for an empanada. Empanada is a South American dough thing. It's just, we
Yeah,
put it
even
on
for a wrap or
pizzas, we
whatever
do
you want. I
whatever.
mean, you can do what you want. This is just fantastic.
Okay,
And how long did it take us to have 2-3 pounds of beef?
yeah, that's a
Not
lot
long at
of
all.
beef.
And you can freeze this. This is the other wonderful thing. You can freeze this. And when you take it out, it just, same. Doesn't lose taste, nothing.
And it
Really
doesn't
nice.
even make a big mess. You know, there's some recipes that after you're like, oh, this just have to put everything back, and it's not a big mess. All right, well, thank you for joining us again. So what we're making with our meat that we cooked up today is I'm just warming it up because it got a little cool. We're making some elbow macaroni and a white sauce. Coos prefers white sauce to tomato sauces. And my dinner lies in here. Guess what? Potatoes.